Hey everyone and welcome. Diversity is our strength. It's all part and parcel of living in a big city. And so are the troubles that come with the diversity.
And I do believe that we have rotten politics, and I'm not using that as an exaggeration.
The ones that they don't like to equate to the diversity being a strength. Now, you may have not known, but it kicked off again in London, surprise, surprise, between Eritreans, Africans, and other Eritreans, Africans, and then the police when they turned up. Now, they're still being called protesters in our media, but we'll let that slide. Protesters have clashed with police in South London after a demonstration related to tensions in the Eritrean community. I would like to say at this point, if you have Eritrean tensions within their community, why should we have to see it spill out onto our streets? Anyone? No, they never answer that one, do they? Now, social media footage of the incident in Camberwell appeared to show protesters wielding sticks clashing with Met police officers, bringing traffic to a standstill. Appears. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Now, does that look like appears to have weapons? Or does that look like they've all got weapons, fighting against the police and anyone else and themselves on our streets? Someone please remind me how this could possibly be a strength, how this helps our nation, because I'm seeing violent mob thuggery, even with themselves. Absolutely shocking, isn't it? Now, it makes me feel quite muggish, this, because we're not doing anything about it, are we? We just sat on our backsides complaining about it, and the police and the leaders allowing this to happen, and the media still calling it a protest. Does that look like a protest to you? If one or two people in one of our protests did this, it would immediately be called a riot. But the media are calling this a protest. This isn't a protest, by the way. Now, you're probably wondering what's going on. Well, it turns out that it's supporters of the government and supporters of the rebels to the government. So internal strife's played out on our streets. And it isn't the only time they've ever done this as well. You may remember in September, thousands of them did exactly the same thing in Tel Aviv, in Israel. Now, you're probably wondering, what did they do about it? Considering we've done absolutely bugger all, we're not deporting anyone, we're not putting them in jail, we're not arresting them even. We're just allowing it to happen and then claiming it's part and parcel of living in a big city. Wasn't before we had mass migration, was it? Well, Netanyahu, personally, has decided that this one incident was enough for mass deportation. You heard that right, mass deportation. So they're allowed to completely remove huge riot gangs, yet we are still calling it a protest. He's feeling like you're being mugged off yet. Now he wants deportation immediately of all Eritreans, whether they were involved or not, every last one. And on top of that, he said that Israel had reached a red line and it had been crossed. He also ordered a new plan to remove all African migrants that he described as illegal infiltrators. So it's fine for us to be forced to take these people, but Israel, it's fine for them to mass deport by the thousand. It's great, isn't it? We need to get angry, everyone. We need to make sure that people in charge know that our red lines have been crossed and we want re-migration. Am I wrong? Let me know what you think. Stay sane. I'll see you on the next one.